Good morning, Nimisha. How are you doing today? Thank you so much for joining me. And we have been waiting for a long time to have a conversation. But
Yes,
finally, today we are here.
yes.
And I'm so glad to meet you here. Yes.
Feelings are mutual. I'm doing absolutely fantastic. And as you said, we have been trying to connect with each other for a long time. So I'm also over the moon. And it was my one of the dreams to connect with you. And I approached few months ago, but I don't know what happened. You were not available at that time. So maybe you were busy with your classes. I hope,
Yes, maybe.
right?
Thank you so much. So
Thank you so
before,
much.
yes. So before dive into our conversation, please introduce yourself, Nimisha.
Yes, sure. I would definitely like to introduce myself. So, hello, viewers. This is Nimisha Deepu talking to you from Bihar. I'm a teacher and I do have a YouTube channel by the name of DN EduBest where I upload conversational related videos. But before 1.5 years, I was uploading some competitive exams related question and answers over there onto my YouTube channel. But ever since I started to dream about English, I started to upload conversational related videos on my YouTube channel. And apart from that, my hobby is also the same. That's why I have been running this YouTube channel. And I'm married. Yes, it's all about me.
Okay, that's really wonderful introduction. So shall I start my introduction? Would you like
Yes,
to have my
I'm very
introduction?
interested to know from your side.
Okay, so as you know, Nimisha, my name is Swati and I'm from a very beautiful place, Jammu and Kashmir. I'm a homemaker, mother of one child, and recently, 4 months ago, I have started teaching spoken English to the beginner and intermediate level. So I'm also enjoying my journey. Initially, I had some self-doubt and was nervous, but now I'm feeling confident, feeling okay, and my students are also feeling great. And yes, I'm also learning with them. That's a little bit about me. Yes.
That's wonderful.
So, Nimisha,
Okay.
today I have a very wonderful topic that I would like to ask you. That would I like to
Okay.
discuss about that. So that is comfort
Okay.
zone. Yes.
Yes.
So, shall I start?
Sure.
Okay. So, first question I would like to ask you, like, how would you define a comfort zone in your own words?
Okay. So, in my perception, comfort zone is a place, rather than a place, I can define it as a concept because where we feel the most comfortable and relaxed because this is the place where we feel, feel so just because here we do the same routine on a daily basis over and over, so things are familiar to us, and because of that we can expect what would happen, right?
Mm.
So there is no question arises that what would happen about which I don't know. So I think comfort zone is a familiar place to everybody. So most of the people like to stay within that comfort zone so that the things would be easier for them. So, but I would like to say one more thing that if a person tried to be in this comfort zone for a long time, then that person would cost, his or her growth itself because there is no benefit of staying in this comfort zone for a long time, right? Yes, obviously the things are familiar to us, so we feel relaxed, we feel most comfortable and all, but still we can't expect any kind of progress over there. So at any cost we have to come out of that comfort zone if we really want to become a progressed version of ourselves. Yes. Okay, so
Okay,
I
that's
want
really
to listen from your side as well.
yes, definitely. And you also defined, in a good way, in a better way, and explain it with an example, real life example. So I really love the way you explain it. So for me, comfort zone, it's a kind of state of mind, or it's a kind of place, situation where we feel relaxed, comfortable, and feel enjoyable, where we don't face any or so much struggle or fear. We are much familiar with that, so it is also good for us mind as well, but staying for a longer period of time at the same situation, at the same state of mind, it is not good for us. It is detrimental to your health as well as your mind, because when you stay for a longer period of time, you can't become a better version of yourself. You can't imagine how much you are capable of. So sometimes it becomes detrimental, but it is also good for our health, our mind, because we need some balance in our life. So yes, at the same time it's good, but staying for a longer period of time, it's really very harmful for us. So this is my definition. Yes.
Yes,
Hmm.
that's correct. Everybody knows about what is the cost of being in this comfort zone for a long time, but it's not everybody's cup of tea to come out of that comfort zone as as possible as earlier, right? So my question to you is, so we all know what about the comfort zone, and
Yes.
we could expect a progress if we really come out of that, right? So my question is that, how can stepping out of a comfort zone helps a person to grow? Can you bring out any example for that here?
Okay. So shall you repeat again? How a person can
I mean, my question,
come out of their
yes,
comfort
how a
zone?
person can come out of that comfort zone, and for that you can bring up an example here.
Yes, definitely. Yes, as you said, that it's not easy to come out of your comfort zone because our mind wants to relax. Our mind don't want to do much struggle. Whatever the state they have in that, our mind, continue that. So come out of our comfort zone. It takes effort. It takes your energy as well. But if you want to do something great in your life, if you want to achieve your dreams, so you have to come out of your comfort zone. You have to face challenges, and you have to face struggle as well. So if I take an example in my real life, uh, earlier when I was a child, like 7 8 years old, that time whenever I saw someone who were good at driving, like driving a car, driving a scooty, I was also very mesmerized by them, especially by women. So I was mesmerized how they able to drive a car. So that time I had some doubt whether I would able to drive or not, but yes, I took a step when I you know uh, become more mature, like 18 years old. So yes, I also learned these things, and that time I knew my like capability. You can say that yes, we had some doubt. And if I take an example of this language, so I was very much fascinated by this language since my school time, and I also had some doubt, like I was not able to speak this language, maybe in future as well. But yes, I have that time come out of my comfort zone, did practice a lot, and read a lot, read out loud. Whatever the practices I need, I did. And today I'm leading my dream job as well, because this is also a kind of dream to speak in this language. And today I am also holding a conversation with you. So this is also a kind of, a dream that today I'm leading. So I think these type of, your example that is related to your life. So these are all, come out of your comfort zone. So yes, people need to make up their mind first. They have to believe in themselves. And if they are not believing in themselves, so they should start observe people. They should watch people on internet. They can observe people, those who surrounded themselves. They can take inspiration from them, how they are doing in their life. They are also human being. They are also getting the same time in their life. Why they are able to do those things, why we can't. So in this way we can make up our mind. So when our mind is ready, definitely we start to take action. But taking action is very necessary in our life. So yes. So tell
Yes,
me
well
about
explained.
your real life example where you get a chance to come out of your comfort zone and achieve something good that earlier you had some doubt, you were not able to.
Yes, I would definitely like to answer to your question. So here I'm bringing up an example of my life. And this is that I'm a kind of person who belongs to introvert category, so I mostly prefer to be silent. I mean, I mostly prefer to stay silent, and you might have experienced it in the last day, right? So mostly I try to keep myself silent, and I don't want to interact with the people at the earliest. So ever since I started my YouTube journey, I have been making conversation with the different people on a daily basis.
Mm.
So it helped me to tackle that situation. I can say that nowadays I belong to a kind of person who belongs to ambivert category only because of this habit.
Great.
Earlier I was in into this particular journey, so I was in this type of person too. So I can say that I was feeling very much comfortable before starting this conversation journey. So ever since I started, I realized that it is there is no value of being such kind of person in my life, because every day we have to interact with new people so that we could get to know about different things in our life, new
Mm.
life experiences, etc.,
Mm.
etc. So if we really want to broaden our horizon, it doesn't mean that we have to go through the academic books on a daily basis. I mean,
Mm.
only the academic books, but moreover that we have to interact with the real life, I mean, real people in our real life, so that we could get to know about different things which we could not get through these academic books, right? So ever since I started my this English related conversation journey,
Mm.
I speak to different people, and so that nowadays I can observe a rapid change in my personality, and now I don't have any, a situation. I mean, I don't have any fear or hesitation to speak in front of anybody, because it is a habituate. It is habituate for me, right? So I think this helped me a lot to come out of that comfort zone. I was feeling very much comfortable in that particular time period. But now I feel that I did absolutely correct, because it wasn't giving me any kind of route, right? But nowadays I think there is a rapid growth that has been changed in my case. So nowadays I can talk with anybody out there, so I don't feel that I'm hesitated nowadays.
That's really great. Yes. Because when we do repeated tasks again and again, like practice, so yes, definitely we get some tremendous change in our overall personality. We become more believer, we become more confident, we get so much idea also how to express ourselves. So yes, this is a kind of, right now we are doing like having conversation. It is also helping us to come out of our comfort zone and become more confident, and at the same time we also reflect in ourselves what kind of personality we are. We need to you know um understand
Yes,
ourselves first. In this way we can understand
yes,
other people, but initially we need to understand ourselves. Mhm.
yes, correct.
Mhm. So I have one more
So,
question there,
okay.
Nimisha. What is the biggest lesson you have ever learned via facing challenges?
Biggest
Lesson
lesson,
that you
right?
have learned via facing challenges.
Mhm. So I have learned one thing, that whatever would happen, we have to face that situations
Mm.
in our life, because this is we are the, I mean, the person who is supposed to face this particular situation. I cannot employ or I cannot hire anybody to face this situation instead of me. So I have to face that so that I could tackle that and overcome that.
Mm.
So I could lead a better and calm life. And till this point, I mean, if we don't approach that particular challenge for a long time, then I think till that end ending time period, we have to have that fear inside us, so that would really make, that would really destroy the happiness in our life, right? So whatever the situation it is, we should not step back. We have to have that courage to face the situation. And I would like to bring up an example here, that I wasn't feeling comfortable either speaking in my mother, I mean in my own mother tongue in front of anybody, because I already told you that I was an introvert kind of person. So it was a bigger challenge for me. Whenever I was in a gathering, I always kept silent, right? So but inside the mind, I was feeling very, very bad about it, because everybody was just like a chatterbox, and I kept myself silent. So it was just like, the feeling was something different. So I always wanted to become another version of myself, the real version of myself, but it wasn't possible for me. So I think I subliminally I have taken that pledge to come out of this. That is why I started my YouTube journey in
Mm.
2025. And after that, I have been connecting with different people out there, and it supported me to amplify my that confidence level. So because of this, I can conclude my conclusion, I mean, these words, just like I have come out of that fear now. So whatever the situation it is, we have to, give it a try, right? So that we could experience what is the real fruit, right? So we have to face it. That's what the lesson that I have learned.
Yeah, definitely. We should face challenges. We shouldn't, run behind from those challenges. When we face challenges, when whatever the fear we have, when we face, so automatically it disappear. And sometimes we also learn so many experience from it. So definitely, we should learn from our
Yes.
challenges. We should face. In this way, we can also, get something inside us, like confidence, like experiences. So yes. In this way, you can become a better version of yourself. Definitely.
Yes,
Hmm.
absolutely.
Okay.
So,
So, do you think
is
that,
there
Nimisha, do you think that fear protect us or limit us? Why?
fear? Could you please come again?
Do you think fear protect us or limit us? Why?
Fear always limit us. I don't believe that fear always protect us, because it stops us, right? Whatever the thing that we have to or we want to do, if we have a fear in our mind, I don't believe that the fear protects us,
Mm.
but rather that it always limits us to run behind of our dreams. So we have to conquer that fear, so
Mm.
that we could grow in our life, and as you said, we could become the better version of ourselves. So we should never ever let the fear to conquer us. Instead of that, we have to conquer it, and so that we could be a better version of ourselves in our life. If a person who really wants to be a devil, a person who really wants to grow extra more in his or her life, then obviously that person should be conquer that fear, so that all the things would be in a positive manner in his or her life.
Yes, absolutely. You really hit the nail on the head. Like, definitely, fear always, uh, always hamper our growth. So, yes, we shouldn't let fear conquer us. We should face it. We should,
Yes.
do something against it. So, yes, definitely, when we face our fears over a period of time, it disappear automatically. Yes, but fear is always
Yes,
there. But
whenever we
yes,
try to come.
but I think
Yes.
that time confidence take over the fear. Fear is always there. Mm.
But rather than confidence, I think the strong determination, that's
Mm.
what we everybody should have,
Mm.
because with that strong determination, we could
Mm.
face that fear, and because of that. we could stay consistent here. So because of that,
Hmm.
we could be the better version of ourselves. So I think there should not be any kind of fear in our mind, but we could not say that there is a person who doesn't have any kind of fear, right? Every
Hmm.
person feels uncomfortable whenever he or she tries to come out of that comfort zone. So obviously we could expect a fear, whatever the thing it is. So we have to tackle that situation. So for that, we have to have that strong determination in our mind. So with that, we could grow at the extra level.
Yes. So, Nimisha, can you advise to someone those who are unable to come out of their comfort zone? What would you like to advise them?
I believe I am not that much, well versed kind of person here to advise anybody, but I would like to advise, as you advise me to hear, and my answer is that whenever you feel you are uncomfortable to come out of that comfort zone, as I said now, we have to have that strong determination in our mind, right? Because of that, we could tackle that situation. And at the same time, we have to imagine that what we really want to achieve in our life, so that intense and immense dream would supply the fuel to our determination. Right.
Yes.
So I think we should realize what is the importance of our dream. So take into consideration of that dream, we have to try to come out of that comfort zone.
Hmm.
So determination and our dream, that should be in
Yes.
our mind if we really want to come out of that. Otherwise, if we run behind of that daily habitual routine, I
Hmm.
don't think that it is going to give any fuel to our life, because yes, obviously we feel that it is the most comfortable life because the things are habitual, and I feel the most comfortable here. But rather than, we have to think out of the box, what I would really get if I come out of this. So we have to think about this situation, what I
Hmm.
would get if I really come out of this. So
Hmm.
in that in that way, I can say that we could really tackle that fear or that situation.
Yes, definitely. Clarity, determination should be there. Why you want to come out of your comfort zone, what it help you, in your personality growth. So yes,
Yes.
I think you really,
Yes.
you know, uh, rightly said that clarity should be there. So yes. So how a
Yes.
person can
Yes.
become determined, if I ask you?
Mm-hmm. How a person can be determined, it all depends upon that person, because every person is unique. So we should be clear about that, what we really want to become or what we really want to achieve in our life.
Hmm.
So once we are clear with that, then obviously we, if we really want to be the good version of ourselves in that particular field, obviously we should be the determined person in our life. So I think if we really want to become a determined person, then we should be clear about our dream. So once we are good at it, then obviously there is nobody to stop us. So that
Hmm.
clear cut vision, that is very much important here,
Hmm.
according to me.
Okay, that's really great. So my questions are ended towards comfort zone. So if you have any, you can ask. Otherwise, I will ask some question related to your journey.
Okay, so I wasn't prepared for this topic, even though though you already informed me, because I'm in the middle of, something. I have, returned to my workplace. So the things are shattered here and there. So I was running here and there.
Hmm.
So, but still, I have selected some questions here. I would like to answer some question to you. So my first question is that,
Hmm.
can a comfort zone affect a person's confidence?
Yes, definitely. When you are in comfort zone for a longer period of time, it affect your confidence because confidence comes only taking action. So when you have to come out of your comfort zone, you have to take action. You have to face challenges. So yes, it really hamper your confidence because staying in the comfort zone, it means you are not facing any challenges, you are not taking action, you are doing the same stuff again and again. So when you are not changing, when you are not learning any new thing, so definitely it hamper your confidence. So yes, in a shorter version of answer.
Yes,
Mm.
that's correct. And my second question is, do successful people stay in their comfort zones? Why?
Mm. I think successful people don't stay comfort zone for a longer period of time, but yes, they have to come, and they come to their comfort zone for a shorter period of time so that they can feel relaxed, balance, feel happy, feel enjoyment, and feel energetic more. And then second time they have to come back with more energy, more strength. So yes, I think they also love to wing at comfort zone, but for not a longer period of time. They know what will they have to
Yes.
face if they stay in that zone for a longer period of time. Yes.
Yes, that's correct.
Mhm.
Being a human being, we all want to be in this comfort zone at least for a shorter time period. But as you said now, according to me, the successful person or successful people don't stay in their comfort zone for a longer time period. I
Mm.
mean, if they stay in this comfort zone for a longer time period, then they could not be the better version of themselves. That
Yes.
means we could not call them as the successful person, right? If we
Yes.
really want to be a successful person in our life, then obviously we have to come out of that. They
Mm.
have already came out of that. That is why they are called as the successful
Mm.
people.
Successful. Yes.
So yes, absolutely. I totally concur with your point, and
Mm.
I think I also have done with my questions because the time is short.
Okay.
So yes, I'm
Okay.
curious
So.
to hear if you have any other questions from your side. I would
Mhm.
definitely like
So
to
I would
ask
like to
you.
ask you your journey and your motivation behind learning this language first.
Okay, so I started my YouTube journey and also this speaking journey in 2025. So I can say it's been almost 1.5 years, but I can't say that I was a consistent person because in this 1.5 years, I have taken a huge gap of 4 or 5 months here just because of some other exams. So it's been almost, I can say, 1 year. Even though every time I say that it's been almost 1.5 years, but I have taken 4 months of gap.
Mm.
And the fear inside me that amplified that confidence to be consistent here, and
Mm.
also to have conversation among, I mean, between different people on a daily basis. So
Mm.
yes, the fear in the sense that I always had a fear in my mind that if I got an opportunity to speak in front of the public, out of the blue, then whether I would be able to do it or not. That was the intensive fear in in my mind. So that fear itself boosted, and that fear itself fueled my dream.
Mm.
So that's how all these things ended up.
Mm. That's really great journey. So Nimisha, I had one question I forget. Okay, yes, I
Okay.
got it now. So I would like to ask you, what would you like to prefer, reading books or watching content in English?
I normally prefer to watch conversational videos and some other quality podcasts.
Mm.
So, because earlier I was into reading, I can't say that I was into reading, but I was trying to be, in touch with that process. But later on, I realized that it is not the cup of I mean, it's not my cup of tea. So I quit that because if we really want to into that process, then we should enjoy that. Otherwise we could not be in touch with that anymore, right?
Mm.
So nowadays I can't say that I am a person who reads on a daily basis, but yes,
Mm.
I do have a collection of books. Even
Mm.
though the most and the easiest thing for me is that hearing to different podcasts. So
Mm.
that's what I do nowadays.
Mm. That's really great. Okay, so do you have any question? Otherwise, we can wrap up the session.
Yes.
So.
I also want to know about yourself. That means when did you start? And I have been watching your, videos for a long time. So I am curious to know about your journey as well.
Okay, definitely. I would love to share my journey. Like my journey started 1.5 year ago, and at the same time, I started my journey with YouTube. And I had this dream to speak this language since my school time, but that time I didn't know how to, create my own environment. And I was very passionate about this language, but after marriage, I forget about this dream. But I think I had a burning desire that time. So 1.5 year ago, I was just scrolling through like a YouTube video. So I got some conversation video where people were conversing with each other, so where I got an idea if they would improve their language at this age, there are some homemakers like conversing with each other after marriage. They are improving their language, and I got an idea that they also improved via having their journey with the YouTube channel, because they were also sharing their journey that because of YouTube channel they are feeling tremendous change because of their YouTube channel. They were able to maintain the consistency. So at the same time, I also started my journey, like emailing to different YouTuber and having conversation with them, and started my journey with YouTube. So in this way, this is my journey of speaking English, because I think I had a burning desire in childhood, and now I think I am, like leading a dream life. Yes.
Okay. So my next question is that in today's conversation, our topic was comfort zone. So you always had that burning desire to speak in this particular language. So my question is that you always had that intensive dream to speak in this particular language, right? But
Hmm.
during during your schooling time, you were not able to do this. So were you feeling comfortable during that time?
Okay, yes, I was comfortable, but that kind of burning desire, because I didn't know you also could create your environment. That thing, I think I didn't that kind of idea that time. I thought that maybe I have to indulge myself in that real environment, that I would able to speak this language. But I definitely, whenever I watch some, content in TV that time, if children were speaking in English, I was mesmerized by them. Even one of my teacher, because when I was, studying that time, even our teacher were not able to speak this language. So one of our teacher always used some sentences while teaching us. I was that time also mesmerized how she learned, how she talked in English, and I think burning desire I had that time, but I didn't feel so much uncomfortable. But feeling maybe sometime
Okay.
I'm not
So you
reminding
were
that.
feeling comfortable.
Hmm, yes, but I
Mhm.
had that kind of
Okay.
burning desire. Hmm.
Yes.
Because
So
if I
ever
get a
since you
chance
started,
to like indulge in that kind of environment, I will definitely enroll myself in that environment. But I didn't get that kind of chance.
yes. So
Hmm.
my next question is that ever since you started making conversation with different people out there,
Hmm.
did you feel that you are breaking your comfort zone and coming out of that?
Yes, because I have to take some action. I have to face my fear, because I have to face my nervousness. Initially, I was very nervous. Even I was showing that I am very confident, but inside I was nervous. I was having fear of making mistake, fear of judgment, and yes, these type of challenges I have faced, and I also overcome. Because I think when you face your fear, it means you are coming out of your comfort zone, right?
Yes.
Hmm.
So we all are labeled here just as, learners. So being a learner, I think, oh my God, I also slipped my mind. So I
Yes,
was
sometimes it
supposed
slipped
to
our mind.
ask you that.
Hmm.
Ah, yo, okay, I got it now. So we all are learners here, but even though
Right.
we make conversation on a daily basis to just
Hmm.
to improve ourselves, right? So my question is that do you practice before conducting this conversation? Because there should be some ideas in our mind so that we could elaborate it, right?
Hmm.
So I'm a kind of person who suffers to get ideas so that I could delineate my points on my own. So in my case, I can say that moreover, it is the problem relating to ideas, the lack of ideas. So what do
Mm,
you do to tackle this situation? Do you practice with anybody in the sense of real human being or AI platforms, or
mm,
just you are coming in front of this camera at the very neck of that time?
mm. Yes, I must say that I practice. I practice with myself. I question to myself and answering and imagine, yes, there is someone who is listening me. Sometime I practice and sometime I also, read about that content, or sometime I go to YouTube and search the content related to that. Yes, not every time, but yes, if I have some topics, so definitely I will go for that, because so that I can also get some, point ideas. So definitely I go for that. Otherwise, if I have a normal conversation, so that time I don't go, or and I don't
Yes.
practice. Yes, but yes, when I have a topic, so that time I do some practices with myself.
Yes.
Yeah.
Correct. Because today it was a superb, conversation with you, and you explained your points in such a fabulous way. So I felt like, oh my God, she's already with a numerous points here. So to get that points, I think we should practice. At least we
Yes.
should,
Yes,
read
we
that
should practice and we
content.
should consume that kind of content so that whatever in
Yes.
our mind we can express that. Otherwise, how we can express? Otherwise, right?
Yes,
Hmm.
yes, that's the main problem. Because of that, many people out here like me suffers,
No, no, you
and
are not
for
suffering.
that,
Actually, you really hit the nail on the head today
no,
in our
no,
conversation. No,
I don't
no.
feel that I explained my
Hmm.
points well, because I wasn't, prepared, and I didn't even read about it only
Hmm.
because of this all hustle and
I
bustle.
think
But
you
I
have
don't want
such
to.
get a such kind of experience, throughout your journey because you are quite consistent with this language. So experience also gives you so much confidence, boost,
Yes,
and ideas as
experience
well.
does matter.
Hmm.
Yes.
Experience really matters.
So
Sometimes
even
knowledge
though,
knowledge doesn't matter.
yeah.
Experience matters. Hmm.
Yes, correct. Even though we all are here just because of this language, moreover, that I think we have to have some level of ideas and points in our mind to elaborate
Yes.
any point out there, any
Hmm.
topic out there, so that we could conduct this conversation in a flow, so that we could engage the, opposite person and also the audience. So
Right.
we have to research on different topics on a daily basis. So
Yes.
yes, I think
We
many
should
people
keep.
out there, they can resonate with me.
Definitely. We should keep ourselves engaged in good things actually. So in this way we can become more productive, right?
Correct.
Hmm.
Yes, absolutely.
So
Okay.
shall
So any other question?
no, there is no any question left behind. So thank you so much. I really enjoyed this conversation with you, Nimisha, and I hope you also enjoyed the same.